4-3, and you are rocking to WICR.
And welcome to the Morning Mix. Ian Sachs here with Chelsea Harris.
Good morning.
WICR morning show debut.
It is. I'm so excited.
Chelsea, a historic day in WICR, and I am glad to be a part of it.
Thank you, and thanks for having me on this historic day in history, this moment in history.
I like that. You know, next commercial break, we'll play this moment in history.
You know exactly. You get me, Ian Sachs.
Well, Chelsea is here due to Robert Buncardo, who sends out his "Hey guys, it's Robert Buncardo" emails.
Yes. I didn't get that this morning yet, did you?
No, not yet, because he's at home, which is why.
Hey, Rob.
Which is why you're here. And really, you know, I have to say it's a step up.
Thank you.
No disrespect
love
to
you,
Rob,
but...
No disrespect to Rob. We still love you, but, I mean, talking about Chelsea here. Come on.
Hello, my friend. I love you guys. So, talk to me. What are we talking about today, Mr. Ian Sachs?
Well, you know, first, when I was thinking of planning out the show, I figured, you know, we're in the middle of March Madness. Great time to do an all basketball show. And then Rob texts, or I'm talking to Rob yesterday, and he says, "Oh, you know what, Ian? I can't make the morning show." So I'm like, "All right, that's fine. I'll have Chelsea come on." Well, then I said,
I'm not sports.
Well, you did watch some of the
I did watch some of the games because I work in one of the best places in Manhattan for March Madness. And the blog Barstool happened to host an event, so I actually did sit down and watch a few of the games. I watched the St. John's game. They lost though.
Yeah.
I watched the St. John's,
San Diego State.
I saw some of the Wichita State game, but I couldn't even tell you what happened. I just like saying Wichita. I'm a girl. That's all I gotta say about that one. And on Tuesday, I did watch the lovely Manhattan game, which they didn't dance, and that gave me joy to my day. I don't know about you, but that made my day 100 times better on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, definitely. Well, at the same time that Iona was losing and finishing up their season, the same thing was happening to Manhattan.
Oh, yeah.
So it did kind of make my St. Patty's Day a little better, knowing that neither one of those MAC contenders would be playing. I mean, yes, it was sad to see Iona lose, but
don't get me started on that one.
But it did make me feel better knowing that if we're not playing anymore, neither is Manhattan.
That I cannot agree more with that one, because in all fairness, we played the better regular season. I will give Manhattan this much: they did what they had to do to give Iona a run for their money and make them fall the way they did the MAC championship. They attacked Casimir. They attacked Isaiah when he wasn't fully back, and our top 2 3-pointers were not scoring. So you know what? Kudos to them. But you know what? They're not dancing, so I'm dancing for joy.
Yeah, and you know, not only if they beat Hampton, then they would have gotten a chance to play Kentucky, which now, granted, they're not winning that game.
Hell no. I love Iona. Go Gals, but absolutely not. They're like the single digits, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking Manhattan.
Oh, Manhattan.
Yeah.
No. Bye-bye.
So now Manhattan, if they had beaten Hampton in the first 4, then they would have gone on and played Kentucky, undefeated, the best team in the land. So, but
no way, no.
You know, it makes me feel good, because that's just such a great opportunity to say that you were able to play against one of the, you know, maybe 10 best teams in the history of college basketball.
Absolutely.
So it does kind of make me feel a little better being an Iona fan, knowing that Manhattan did not get that opportunity.
Yep.
Iona, if they had beaten Rhode Island, would have gone on to play Stanford out in California.
Oh,
that would have been a really tough game. You know, Stanford's a great team, but Iona a great season.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, just
Kudos
the
to 'em.
future is looking bright. Iona always rebuilds. They lose.
Oh, yeah.
They lose to graduation. One of a
They're
few of the
losing-
top players.
Oh, yeah.
Like they always do. This year it's Dave Lowry graduating.
Such a shame. He's such an amazing player, and he grew so much this season compared to last season. Because I actually do watch Iona basketball. If you tell me stats, I know some stats. And David grew so much in his scoring this year because he was always a good blocker. Blocker, yeah, girl code on that one. But he improved so much, and he's gonna do such great things post grad life at Iona College.
And not only is he such a good basketball player, but he's such a nice person too. And that's really what it comes down to. Dave will go on to do great things in whatever he does. And the future is looking bright for Iona basketball. Yes, we lose David Lowry, but we still have AJ English. We still have Isaiah Williams. We still have Cedric Casimir. And with the talent that Tim Kluse brings in every single season,
It's gonna be great.
Iona doesn't rebuild; they reload.
Oh, yeah. And I was actually talking to someone from Siena on Friday, and they named me AJ, Isaiah, Casimir. I was like, what? You know what? You get my language? What the heck is going on? He's like, you guys have such a great team. We're coming back, but you guys are coming back strong. I'm like, hell yeah, we are. So watch out, Mac. I think we're going to dance next year. Hopefully we get to dance.
I hope so.
For our senior year, I want to start dancing.
Yeah.
And playing the big teams for real. And I think we could.
I mean, we danced our freshman year.
We did.
And that was great. And I was like, yes, let's go. My school's in the tournament and everything. And then the last 2 years, heartbreaking losses, both years in the MAC championship game. We need to get one more tournament championship before our time is done here.
Oh yeah. Finish and end the right way.
Exactly. There's nothing better than saying that your team is the best at something.
We are pretty good. We are the best at something. Manhattan just got lucky.
That's one of the gripes that I have with college basketball. That I think that the automatic berth in the NCAA tournament should go to the regular season champion, not the tournament champion.
Thank you.
Because I think a lot of people feel this way. I know Tim Kluse.
Yep, he said it.
Yeah, said it in one of his post-game press conferences, the one right after we clinched the regular season championship. Someone asked him what to compare a regular season championship to a tournament championship, and he said the regular season championship shows what you've done over 3 months.
Yep.
The tournament championship shows what you did over 3 days.
Yep.
And when you put it like that,
it's true.
The regular season championship should mean that much more, but unfortunately, in this playoff-driven society that we live in, the playoffs, the tournaments, the postseason is all that everyone cares about, which is why some fans consider championships the most important level of defining a player's greatness, and really, it's not.
Absolutely not, because look at our players. They were the top. AJ and David were one of the top 20 in the top 20, I believe, and Casimir, according to the Bleacher Report, was in the top 10 freshmen. So, next season? That's all I gotta say. But question for you now: do you think Lowry has a chance at making it to the NBA or playing internationals like Mr. Sean Armand did?
I have to think international basketball.
You would?
Yeah. The NBA is so competitive and hard to get into that I really don't think Lowry has much of a chance at right now.
Right now.
Right now, I give it slim to even none.
Wow.
Unfortunately, now, do I want him to play in the NBA?
Hell yeah, we do. We want to see some gal action in the NBA.
Absolutely. I had a class with him. To say that I was in a class with an NBA player.
Holy smokes.
Absolutely. But I just the competitive nature of the NBA and when you look at it, a few years ago, Scott Machado.
Yes, I remember Scott Machado
from Iona was considered one of the 2 or 3 best point guards in the nation.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he didn't get drafted.
That's crazy.
And when you think about it, and I think that Machado was a little better than Lowry.
Yeah, I agree.
And so when you think about it that way, Machado didn't get drafted, and he's better than Lowry. Lowry getting drafted, I really don't see it at all.
International, I see.
I see international. So many Iona players have found good careers playing overseas.
Look at Sean Armand.
You go Sean Armand, Trey Bowman,
yes.
Momo Jones.
Trey Bowman went international?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So many Iona players. Then you go back a few years, you have Mike Glover playing overseas. Going a little further back, Alejo Rodriguez and Dexter Gray. I mean,
Dexter Gray, I've heard because a lot of my friends know some old school Iona players, so Dexter Gray has been in the talks.
Yeah, well, funny thing about Dexter Gray, he's from the same town that I'm from.
Oh, it's X, hometown reppin'.
In local in Mount Vernon, New York. Went to Mount Vernon High School, won a few state championships there.
Pride over here.
Yeah, and then it's funny, he's the same age as my brother.
Mr. Professor Sachs.
So then the two of them, now my brother didn't go to Mount Vernon, so they didn't go to high school together. But then from the same town, and then both ended up here at Iona. So it's
a small world after all.
Exactly. It's just so ironic and funny and cool, really, that you have someone that you grew up knowing, like, oh, he's such a good basketball player, and then going to the same college as my brother really was pretty cool.
And I can say the same thing for Mr. Sean Armand, Brooklyn. He is born and raised in Brooklyn, even though I do not live in Brooklyn anymore. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, and to know I watched every single game last season. He made Brooklyn so proud, and he's in Germany. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one.
Yeah.
And it's so proud. I see him on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, Brooklyn. I feel like he's gonna make it to the NBA one day. I'm gonna be so proud because Brooklyn pride. Baby.
Brooklyn's finest.
That's right, Brooklyn's finest. Sean Armand, Chelsea Taylor Harris. That's right, Brooklyn's finest. And then one last question for you about the NBA. Do you think, I heard some talks about Mr. AJ English getting picked up because the NBA drafts were at the Manhattan game and at MAC, and I would say even Isaiah too, because Isaiah he set the record back in Albany for the most 3-pointers in this the game right before the ship. So what do you think about AJ getting drafted now?
Well, I think AJ is a little better NBA prospect than David Lowry.
I agree.
But I think that he still has another year of school. I don't think it's smart for either AJ or Isaiah to leave Iona and go to the draft now, because I think the odds of them getting drafted this year are just about zero.
Yep, I agree.
So I'd say come back to Iona, put in another year in this Tim Cluse offense that puts up points at a premium, and show the scouts another year of what you can do, and then hopefully next year one of them if not both of them do make it to the NBA. I think that Isaiah really would fit in really nicely in the NBA D League, which is the minor leagues to the NBA.
Like the Westchester Knicks?
Exactly. Just like the Westchester Knicks. I've gone to several Westchester Knicks games.
So I've seen Mr. YouTube star.
And I really think that Isaiah, the type of game that he plays is very similar to the style of play in the NBA D League. So now, granted, the D League is not the NBA.
But something's better than nothing.
I'm not saying it's the NBA, but it's one level below the NBA. You're affiliated with an NBA team. They need someone that they need someone. They're gonna look to their D League team, and hey, it could be that call.
Fingers crossed, because I heard rumors about Mr. AJ English getting late first round, early second round. So fingers crossed, because I'm so proud of Iona as it is. Imagine if someone gets in the NBA. Even some of my Manhattan college friends were saying that AJ is so worthy of the NBA. I'm like, ha ha, that sucks to be you, because we have one of the best players. So I really hope for the best for everyone in Iona basketball, because they were so good this season. And you see, even though I'm an entertainment person, I know my Gale Nation basketball, because I've been there, done that, seen it. So next time that you want to have me on, I will look up my basketball knowledge, because it's in there somewhere. It's absolutely in there somewhere.
Well, Chelsea, this was a very unexpected 15 minutes here of basketball. Can't say that I was too disappointed about it.
You're welcome.
I do own a T-shirt that says "Basketball is life."
No, you don't.
I swear I do. My aunt gave it to me for my 10th birthday, and I still have it. And I have to say, I think it's pretty accurate.
It is accurate, Mr. Sachs.
But you mentioned how you're an entertainment person. We've got a great slate of entertainment stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
We will take a very quick break, 2 minutes on the clock, and then we'll be back and get into some entertainment action.
Yes.
WICR presents This Moment in History.